fire, sickness, the United States, Europe, people ridiculed for piety, miscarriage, bodily illness, Italy, sexual temptation, nurses, Theta Pi Alta, Allentown, Pennsylvania. What do all of these things have in common? St. Catherine of Siena is the patron saint of all of these different things. She vowed to give her life to God at the age of 7. At the age of 16, her older sister died of childbirth, and her parents wanted her to marry her sister's widower. She then immediately did what her sister had done to get what she wanted her entire life. She started fasting. She then cut off all of her hair to become intentionally unattractive to her potential husband. Her father finally conceded and gave her what she wanted, which was not to marry her sister's widower. She had a vision of St. Dominic that inspired her to want to join the order of the Dominican nuns. She then fell violently ill, and her mother conveniently took her to the Third Order of St. Dominic, where she was immediately healed. She then got up and joined the convent immediately. In her life as a nun, she accomplished many things. She had been having visions her entire life. In her first 3 years of being a nun, she had regular supernatural visions or celestial visitations. Then she experienced supernatural espousal, which is a vision of the baby Jesus offering her a wedding band to represent her soul being wed to the Lord. After this occurrence, she went out from the convent and began to serve the sick, the poor, and the ignorant. People loved her because of her calm nature and her wisdom. She began to gain disciples despite the objections of the local clergy. In 1370, she had a vision called A Manifestation of Divine Mysteries, where she saw visions of heaven, hell, and purgatory. She then felt led to enter the public life of the world. She wrote letters to princes and clergymen alike to try to fix the damage from the civil war that Italy was experiencing at the time. In 1376, she was sent to Avignon by the Pope to make peace, but she was unsuccessful. In 1377, she worked in the Republic of Siena, where there was a spiritual revival. It was then that she miraculously learned how to write. In 1378, she began her major treatise called The Dialogue of Divine Providence, which is a dialogue of a soul who rises up to God and God himself. The Great Schism occurred in the church at this time, and there are many letters from Catherine to the Pope on this subject. They are considered some of the greatest works in early Tuscan literature. There are also 26 prayers of St. Catherine that still survive today, and that were written in the last 18 months of her life. She died in 1380 at the age of 33. She was canonized, or made a saint, in 1461 by Pope Pius II. The Feast of St. Catherine is on April 29th to April 30th, which is incidentally the first 2 days of finals. On October 3rd, 1970, Pope Paul VI gave Catherine the title of Doctor of the Church, at the same time as Saint Teresa of Avila, making them the first women to receive this honor. The end.